My name is Stephen Slappe, and I'm here to talk about Our Piece, a video installation exhibited in 2015 at a wonderful and sadly defunct video gallery space called The Gray Box at the University of Oregon's Portland campus. That space had synchronized 4-channel video built into the room, inviting artists to consider immersive environments in unique ways for each exhibition. Our Piece is a 4-channel immersive video installation and series of photographs. The project began as an archive of photographs and videos recorded in my neighborhood in southeast Portland. For a few years after getting my first DSLR, I would carry my camera around and record anything that caught my eye. I saved these videos in folders, marking my favorites for viewing later. During that same period, I was teaching a video class and had the opportunity to invite a group of women filmmakers from Baghdad to meet with my students and show them contemporary film and video work from Iraq. In an excerpt from a dramatic feature film, the title of which is lost to me now, U.S. military presence was depicted in the background of every intimate conversation, and yet mostly ignored by the characters on screen. Dust flying around a quarreling couple from a low-flying helicopter, a line of Humvees barreling down a street behind two women chatting in the market. Through the translator from the State Department, I talked with the actress who was in the film. I thanked her and expressed my appreciation for the filmmaking skills required to depict occupation in that way. It didn't look like I expected, I told her, the frightening normality of it all. She gazed at me intensely, put her hand on my arm, and through the translator said, 10 years. For 10 years, this is what our life is like every day. Until I met you and your students today, I thought all Americans were dogs. With tears starting to well up in my eyes, I offered a weak apology for my country. I wasn't really sure what else to say in the circumstance. But it was clear at that time even that having spent that day together in the room watching films and videos and talking chaotically through translators, that everyone had been affected and that an apology wasn't really important anyway, that space we had held together was enough to convey a sense of cross-cultural communication and empathy. So not long afterward, I was checking out some videos I had recorded around Portland in the folders I talked about. And I observed a pattern in that footage, hinting at what occupation might look like in my country. I noticed how machines of war had been woven incrementally into the social fabric of America, transforming into comical Humvee limousines and useful commercial jet planes and clumsy bomb robots. It also looks like tear gas and sonic weapons and tanks on our streets, as technology designed for war is folded into police departments across the country through federal surplus giveaways. We see these weapons of war on our streets of Portland today. We understand their purpose, and we see them amplified by an occupation of unwanted federal agents, intimidating instead of protecting citizens. The central footage in Our Piece was captured in front of my old apartment on Southeast Belmont Street. I witnessed and recorded 4 hours of a bomb robot gradually destroying a 1960s Volkswagen Beetle. There's a long story as to how the car got there and why it was considered so dangerous, but trust me when I tell you that the police response was overkill. But I couldn't have asked for a more appropriate metaphor to describe this stage of cultural evolution. A docile machine symbolizing 1960s counterculture in the United States, but with roots in Nazi Germany, being systematically destroyed by a clumsy machine controlled by frightened, overzealous agents of the state in a game of terror theater. By composing an immersive, synchronized environment, my intent was to charge the space with disturbing familiarity, similar to what I had experienced while watching the Iraqi film mentioned earlier. And I want to thank those actors and filmmakers for helping me to see. I also want to thank Melanie Projects for inviting me to discuss this work, and thanks to everyone for watching.